Hi guys, I'm Hannah and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I will be doing my introduction for my project plan for 2026. I actually did this last year, but I did this in a rolling style and in a very chill manner because I didn't want to pressure myself into finishing all of the products at the same time because that's just not realistic. I'm not sure why people call project planning trend. It's not a trend. It's been in the beauty community since like the early 2000s. I mean early 2010s and maybe even before that. I guess the younger generation just discovered this project plan, but guys, it's been here since I don't know, like you were a toddler or something. Okay, so how I do this is I will be picking products and I'm gonna decide whether I would just hit pan on them if it's a powder product or maybe hit a certain goal. But usually for powder products, I just hit pan on them or maybe I use them up depending on what happens along the way. And then for the eyeliners, I usually finish them, but today I actually have here some two products which I intend to finish because I want to replace them. For rules, yeah, just like hit my goal and decide whether to continue using them or roll in similar products or just another category. And then I don't do log buys because my collection itself is very curated. I don't buy a lot of things in the same category except for my eyeshadow palettes because eyeshadows are my favorite makeup item. Yeah, so going back to where I left off this project last year because I said that I will be continuing using the products that I have stopped using in the first week of December. Essentially, I took like almost 2 months of break in using these products because I would just wanted to use other stuff in my collection. And now that I have took a much needed break, I will be continuing my project planning. But I actually switched up some things and I have rolled in some new products. And some products I would be continuing using them because I just want to use them up. Yeah. So I have my bag in here with the products that I will be talking about. The first one I have in here, this is a really big powder product. So this is the Essence Sun Sand in Golden Rainbow. So there she is. This is where I left this one off. So in December, I already made this much progress, and I think I'm just gonna use this one up because this is such an old bronzer, and in fairness, it still smells like like the artificial coconut. I live in the Philippines, and coconut does not smell like this, but just the typical artificial coconut smell. And I think maybe like 1 to 2 months of a continuous usage, I will be finally finishing this one. And then another product, face powder product, like that I'm gonna be continuing for this project and is this highlighter. This is a local brand, and when I say local brand, it's a Filipino brand. And there she is. Although it only weighs 4.5 grams, this is a baked highlighter. And believe me when I say that I used this one last year around, I think, 90 times, and I still have not hit the pen, which is crazy because if you think of it, kind of looks thin. Like, look at that one. It's like a thin highlighter. But yeah, I think I'll just be hitting pen on this and work on my other highlighters because there's no way I would be finishing this one this year. And then just to continue the pressed powder category I have in here. So this is this quad stability contour and blush um quad. Not palette, quad, because there's just four in here. I actually worked on this blush last year around February to maybe April, and then I just rolled this one out because I'm already hit it on this. But since I know now that I can actually finish powder blushes pretty quickly, I decided to just roll this one again and just finishing this one because this is a pretty thin pan, as you can see. It's thin and it's a loosely pressed powder, and I think I will just be finishing this one after maybe 2 months of continuous usage. Move on now to just my two uh, products into packaging. So the first one I have in here, this is the Focal Evermatte Poreless Primer. So this is just your typical silicone-based primer that is intended to help what's that oily face. It's nothing groundbreaking. I just really like using this as my primer because it helps with the longevity of my face products. So I really don't think I have much left. Maybe around I don't know, like 10 uses. I just use a tiny amount. I don't use a lot because face products general rule is you don't need too much, you know. Like the ones you see now, yeah, they are exaggerating. And then I have here this Marathon eyeshadow primer. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer, but since the brand itself remove their shop, their official shop on the online shopping platforms like Shopee and Lazada, where I usually buy my makeup. I just decided to use this one up because this one is old, but it still works great. And I actually bought a replacement for this from another K beauty brand. If you don't know, Marisol is a K beauty brand. But yeah, this is my favorite primer because it's on the mid range in terms of price, but it still works really good. And yeah, I think maybe like 10 uses. I don't know because sometimes products in this tube packaging are really deceiving because you think like, oh, I already used it up, and then when you open actually the packaging itself, you see a lot of products. So maybe I'm just gonna scrape off. I'm just gonna use this one until it's very last residue because I really love this eyeshadow primer, but sadly I cannot get this one anymore unless maybe I buy them from their official website, which will cost me a lot in the shipping fee alone. So I just rather buy another from another brand. And then moving on to my liners, the only one I have in here that's in the glass container. This is the Maybelline New York Lasting Drama gel liner. This one became popular like around early 2010s. I remember this one going very popular when I was about to graduate in college, which was way back in 2010. And yeah, I just got this last year because my cousin was going back to US and she was giving a lot of her personal stuff. And this one was actually still in the packaging with the plastic. And I just opened up this one, and I'm not really a big fan of gel liners like this because I love my pencil mechanical eyeliners. But since she gave this to me, maybe just this one. And I actually rolled this one last year, way back. I think was it September. Yeah, I think around September. And surprisingly, I was able to hit the glass. This is the only product that I have continued using after my finale of Project Now last year, because this is the only black, like true black eyeliner that's left in my collection. I need to buy a new black liner, the pencil one thing, but I think I'm just gonna use this one up, and it's actually the one I'm wearing on my tight line and on my waterline right now, and I really love this one because it doesn't it doesn't I mean it's waterproof. Yeah, that's what it means. Waterproof and long lasting, and sometimes I find it hard to remove, at the end of the day. But yeah, I think I still have much 60% left of the product, and this is one of the products that I intend to use up, because gel liners eventually dries up, so we need to use this one up really quickly once you open this one. And I know there are products like Duraline that was it resuscitates gel liners like this, but yeah, I'm not gonna spend my money on zero line if I can just finish this one off before it dries off. Being practical. I have four products left in here. Three of these I have actually started using on my project pen, and then I have here a new roll in. So I'm gonna go first with this lip liner. So I think I have rolled in this one maybe around I don't know if it's June or July, but this is a lip liner, and I just have this much left. And I'm so sorry I forgot to sharpen this one. But yeah, it's from Pinky's Collection. Pinky's Collection is a local brand, but these lip liners, the ones from this brand, they are actually really really creamy. They glide on smoothly, and you can actually use them as a sort of lip base as well, and they are long lasting. And they say in here that it's made in France. I don't know if it's true, but yeah, one of the best lip liners, and it's super underrated. And then the two liners I have in here, these are eyeliners. Um, the cool Kajal formula. I just use these both as my eyeshadow bases, because the formula of these eyeliners are not really really long lasting on my waterline. So maybe I'm just gonna use them as my eyeshadow bases, because they actually are really good in making my eyeshadows last longer. And then the last one I have in here, this is the full color, one of those slim eyeliners. Look at how tiny this is. Look at her. So I actually used up one of these last year. So the one I was working on last year was the black one, and this is the brown one. And yeah, I have this much left. I will be trying to use this one up as well, because it's getting old, and the formula is something that I'm not really a big fan of, and the product itself is like just so hard, and you really have to be draggy in applying this one before you can get this payoff. And I don't really like tugging my eyes whenever I apply my eyeliner, but I'm just gonna finish this one off. And I forgot that these three, I will be trying to use these one up this year. Okay. All right, you guys. So those are the products that I will be trying to use up and make progress in this round. I think I will be doing a monthly checkup instead of every 2 months, because I usually make a lot of progress, and maybe it's just like more convenient for me to actually show you the progress gradually by doing a monthly update instead of doing this bi-monthly or sometimes even like 3 months. And you guys, I actually already shared with you my eyeshadow palette usage tracker, and I actually gonna put down the link of the Google spreadsheet in the description box if you are interested in what I did on my tracker. So thank you so much for watching, you guys. I hope to see you on the next one, and have a safe. So you guys, those are the products I will be including in my project pan, and I hope to see you on the next one. Thank you so much, and have a nice day and stay safe. Bye, guys.